Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Take a sip of the old cold one here. Little Mountain Dew Zero. Ice cold. Ice cold. Sorry, it's, you watch a little old Manser and it just, can't help it. Can't help it. We get the ticker going. How's everybody doing tonight? Now, tonight is typically Throwback Thursday over on that other little podcast called TNI. But things are a little different tonight. As we kick this all off here, make sure you're heading over to the Twitch, give it some love, blow up that chat. Talk to me, folks. Let me know how you're doing tonight. Folks, if you're in here and you see something a little different and you're like, what is AAW? AAW is an indie wrestling company out of Chi-Town, just a little bit of south of Milwaukee. And I tell you, if you're not watching AAW, you should absolutely go give it some love. They're doing shows, every couple weeks now, every few weeks. Things are starting to get back to normal. Can we even say that? It's barely normal. Different restrictions are everywhere. Yes, Zach Boniver, I am wearing pants this evening. Thank you so much for your concern. Different just as in, this is the first time I'm talking about some AAW tonight. But yeah, you should absolutely go give it some love. Go check it out. It is absolutely one of the better indie wrestling companies out there. And friend of the show and my co-host over on TNI, Mr. Trent, also works for him. And I've been hearing some very positive things about what he's been talking about and who he's been working with over there. So I was like, we need to give this company some love. We need to talk about AAW. Nope, no TNI tonight. We had to move things around because Trent is working for AAW tonight. Now, I sent him the link. I don't know how he is, how busy he is, post-show. It just ended a little bit ago. But, folks, because Trent works for them and they just started working with Fight TV, T and I had the opportunity to give a code away. And we started working with them recently because of Bound for Glory. So T and I is building a nice little repertoire with Fight TV. And hashtag Spooky Bone. What is up, Bill? How you doing tonight? Bill, if you watched tonight, if you watched this tonight, you are more than welcome to jump in here. Just let me know if you watched some AAW tonight. Critical Sting's in here. What is up? William Gardner, nope, at home studio with the lights off. Well, let me know if you want to come in here. I sent Trent the link too. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from what he's doing. Big show tonight, folks. Big show tonight. And as we start talking about this AAW Alive, this is their second one. As we get into this tonight, don't forget, folks, smash that like button. Wow. Screwing up my own gimmick tonight. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. And give that Twitch a follow. As we get back into the swing of doing things again, I know I was off for about a week. You are correct, Mark. First show was excellent. It was. And I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to review it on here. It was just bad timing. We'll just say some real life happened, and I was not in the mood that night to go live and talk about it. It happens. Mark says, I did not see tonight, which is why I'm here. Oh, okay. If you want to hear about it. All right. Well, thank you. He says, I was on the first show. I can give some feedback on that. We'll talk about it a little bit. Even if Bill is drinking in the dark. So yeah, this is the new Alive series. This is their comeback to doing events again, and it's in front of a very limited crowd. But let me tell you, even though there was only maybe a couple dozen people there, if that, it was real hard to tell. The beyond the barrier was very dark. But that's probably, for that reason, because, it's it also had an old school arena feel to it, where everything beyond the barrier is pitch black, lights out. So that was kind of cool. So we start out the evening with a very gritty, old school looking VCR type of opening promo that was really cool. I enjoyed that. Oh, Wrestling Phantom said no fans tonight. Oh, I saw some of our TNI private chat on Facebook talking about only the season ticket holders, I believe, were in attendance. Trent said something about that. And they were going to try to get more in, but he wasn't sure about it or something. So, yeah, very limited amount of people for this event. But let me tell you, the people that were there brought it. They really cheered the ones they were there to see. And, it's hard when there's not a lot of... Oh, okay. Wrestling Phantom says, I had a ticket, but had to get a refund. Things got shut down. Oh, okay. So for regular ticket holders, they did not let regular ticket holders in. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's bad around here. It is really bad. Things are spiraling. I've talked about that on here before, how bad things are really getting on here. Yeah, welcome, Phantom. Well, I wish you could have been there, man, because this was a hell of a show. The first one was very fun as well. Now, we get a nice little surprise as we get into this. there was a fair amount of Impact Wrestling talent on this show. So if you follow what I do normally, and or if you follow the old TNI podcast, the Total Nonstop Impact guys, which I'm a part of, where we talk all Impact Wrestling and NWA, TNA, classic throwbacks, and all sorts of stuff, then you should absolutely keep an eye on this Chicago wrestling brand. AC Baby was the first one out the gate. AC Romero versus, now this is a four-way. So it was AC Romero versus Braden Lee versus Travis Titan versus Cody Lane. Now, a lot of these faces, very new to me. The only one I've seen before, and I believe it was on one of the Warrior events from a couple months ago, was Travis Titan. Excuse me. I am not familiar with these other two guys, but man, let me tell you, everybody brought it in this one. AC Romero came off with the win here. And apparently he's not a regular on this brand from what I'm gathering. So Mark. Bill, what is this TNI you speak of? Oh, it's just that other little podcast that we're a part of, Bill. Front row Bill, if you will. Everybody brought it. And let me tell you, with every pound that AC Romero loses, his athleticism is shining more and more, and it's great to see. And let me tell you, it's inspiring. The man has lost over 100 pounds, one half of Triple XL in Impact. Lots of fun this one. Pounces, man, he was just throwing guys around the ring. It was crazy. AC moves like suicide? Well, look, it has been a discussion out there who is under the suicide mask. I'm completely sold that it's AC Romero. You really can't change my mind on this one. Some people like to dispute it and say that it's Caleb with a K underneath the mask. Apparently, some people in the audience here tonight have even said they talked to Caleb and he told them that he was underneath the mask. But anybody could tell you anything. I'm here to tell you, I believe it's AC. That has been one of the more fun discussions going on between Impact Wrestling fans over the course of this last year. Who is underneath the suicide mask? Yeah, AC and that pounce. So much fun. So much fun. Oh, Travis Titan went against EC3 at Black Label Pro. Was that at the Collective? Trent is suicide. Only when he's holding the mask. Oh, yeah. Great first opening match. Ton of talent. Everybody shined. AC comes out with the win here. Now, like I said, they mentioned that he's not a normal part of the roster of these guys. So maybe, just maybe, if they keep bringing him back, he'll start working his way up the contendership. We'll see. It's great to see AC though on this, you know, on this brand. Very excited to see that. Last time I saw him at this place was almost exactly a year ago at All Glory, where he got signed by Impact Wrestling. Great night, great night. How is Auntie doing tonight? Auntie had a rough day today. That's all we're gonna say is Auntie had I mean, she'll be okay. Auntie just had a rough day today, so she'll be okay. Next, we get a promo from Manders saying that he is the blood, the mud, and the guts of AAW. That sounds cool. That sounds like, if I had to guess, I don't know this, but if I had to guess, I'm going to guess that this is on a t-shirt of his. In fact, I would almost put money on this. If he has some kind of pro wrestling tees shop or something, that sounds like something that would be on a t-shirt. That sounds like his gimmick. That's pretty cool. Now, he gets interrupted by Ace Perry, the very flamboyant Ace Perry. And Manders is not too happy about this. So he informs him later that he's going to be facing him in the ring. And Ace Perry's like, oh, okay. Wow, wonderful. That's great. All right. I'll see you out there. Now, I had to step away from the desk for a minute, came back to Sky Blue. Sky Blue versus Sierra. Two ladies in the ring. Now, I think this was both of their debuts. I wasn't too sure about that. But they both put on a hell of a match. Sierra, straight out of Milwaukee, where I'm from. Trained by the old Thumper himself out of the guy who runs Brew City Wrestling. Sierra's been a part of that company for quite a while. I saw her back. Let's see. This was the night that I ran into the Good Brothers. I ran into the Honky Tonk Man. I ran into Greg the Hammer Valentine and Matt Hardy. It was a loaded night. It was like their big yearly WrestleMania type event. And she was still fairly new, but she was pretty good. She was pretty good. So she's been wrestling, I want to say, damn near close to 10 years. It can't be that long. Between 5 and 10, it's got to be. Thank you, Bill. It's one of my newer ones. And it's Halloween week, so why not, right? Yeah, great match. I just missed a few minutes of it. Great back and forth between these two. Sky Blue coming out on top. Sierra playing the heel. Interesting, because the last time I saw her, she was quite the baby face. So obviously her career has gone a couple different ways. So, but I haven't gone to any local wrestling shows in quite a long time. And let me just say that local wrestling shows around here have, last one I saw pictures of, no masks and no social distancing. And considering southeastern Wisconsin and Wisconsin itself is a, top 5 state for COVID shenanigans, not going to any Brew City wrestling shows for a very long time. Until they start figuring out how to run shows properly. and go by the rules around here. AAW absolutely is a company that looks like it's trying to follow some rules. So props to AAW on that. Social distancing and obviously a very limited crowd. Look out for Ground Brown. Ground Brown? What is Ground Brown? Hakeem Fullerton, what is up? Welcome. Oh, Buckshot Kid, what is happening, man? Good to see you. Oh, this is wow. Come on, mouth. Come on, brain. Brain, work with the mouth. Mouth, work with the brain. TurboGrafx 16 at the beginning of the month. Okay, gotcha. I did hear about that one. Was that the one down in Indiana? I did hear about that recently, but there were so many that you went to, I completely lost track. Critical Sting says Brew City Wrestling must be following the guidance of Road Dogg. From what I hear from Road Dogg on Twitter, or that he's saying on Twitter, yes, absolutely. And if that's how he's, doing stuff down in NXT where he works, no wonder there's COVID outbreaks. If you got guys like that running around with no mask. Way to go, Road Dogg. Way to be a leader, Way to set the example in what you're doing. I just saw Mark put it in the TNI Discord about me being alive. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Wrestling Phantom says AAW did a good job with the first show. Social distancing and masks were worn. 50% capacity. This was a lot less capacity this time. But yeah, it looked like everybody was wearing masks. That's great. Crown Point, correct. Okay. Gotcha. Mark says, yeah, we're number one here, so shows are out of the question. That's sad, dude. That's sad because Texas is a good spot for wrestling. And Mark says that Road Dogg is a fucking clown. We've seen quite a few clowns in discussion lately. But we continue. Okay. So a great match between these ladies. Sky Blue gets the win here. And even though Sierra lost, a great match from her too. Hope she comes back because I'm planning on watching these events and reviewing them to give a company like this some love and attention. So yeah, absolutely. Bring both these ladies back. Now, I'm still learning about this company. I got a lot to learn. It's got a lot of history. It's got a very, very long history. From what I heard, Hyan is the AAW women's champion, but she was not in attendance. So, at least I think that's who is the women's champion. If she's not, please correct me. Push J-Bone. So yeah, no women's champ on the show tonight, but good women's representation for this company here tonight. Next, we get the match. Almost missed that one. Sorry. We get Ace Perry versus Manders. Now, Ace Perry comes out with this see-through crop top. Now, I go way back as far as music goes, as far as music is concerned with hard rock and heavy metal. There is a certain lead singer that used to wear a shirt just like this. But it was back in 1990 freaking 3. Was it 92? It was 92 or 93 that Stephen Piercy wore this same shirt. It was also pretty much same shirt worn by the guys of Right Said Fred, the I'm Too Sexy song. Oh, don't get me started. Don't make me sing it. Don't make me sing it. I'll sing it. I'll sing it. So, Ace Perry comes out very flamboyant, and Manders comes out to Wanted, Dead or Alive. And I was like, oh my goodness, it just took me back. One of my favorite bands, Bon Jovi, from back in the day, leading this man out to the ring. And I was like, okay, we see how this is going to go. You already can tell how this match is going to end. But let me tell you, Ace Perry was no slouch in this match. This match proved to me how tough Ace Perry was. But Manders brought it. Hell of a win. And he really needed a win here. Because a few weeks ago, he met a man called Justice. Matt Justice in the ring. And this crazy son of a bitch, who we're going to talk about later. This crazy son of a bitch. Last show, Matt Justice versus Manders was like straight out of 90-something ECW. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Effing crazy. This dude goes to the back of the seating area, grabs a cherry picker, drives it to the ring area, grabs Manders, gets him in the the box, where you stand in the cherry picker, raises us up as high as it can go, and which is about 20 feet off the ground. So it's towards ceiling level now. He puts Manders through a table off the top of the cherry picker down to the ring area below. Unbelievable. And that was how that match ended a few weeks ago. Sean, you do this every time I'm alive. Dear God, do Barry Windham and Glacier still wrestle? Dude, come on, man. Give me a break. Barry Windham, no. Glacier hits the indie scene once in a while lately. Thank you for being here. Hope that answered your question. Uh-oh. Zach Pound J-Bone does a turn on the catwalk. Yes. On the catwalk. I told you, don't get me started. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Ace Perry versus Manders. Good back and forth match. Two very different styles in wrestling here. But very good match. Manders wins this one. And Ace Perry Stephen Piercy wants his shirt back. Fred Yehi versus ACH is next. Folks, if you order this event, for any match on this card, for the love of God, at least pay your $12.99, or if you got some fight credits, whatever. Order this event for this match. This is the one I was looking forward to the most. Don't get me wrong. I love Jake. I love Ace and Madman Fulton. And we even got the surprise from AC Baby. But man. Oh, and Old Manser's very good too. But Fred Yehi and ACH, 20 minutes going to a draw. Now, I'm usually really against this type of finish, you know, a no contest or whatever you want to call it, you know, time limit draw. Well, no contest is usually more if there's like, you know, outside double DQ or something like that. But now that's one very interesting thing about this brand that I learned throughout this show. There are no countouts and there is no DQ. Very interesting. It's all at the referee's discretion, from what I understand. Very interesting. Fred Yehi versus ACH was absolutely match of the evening. And I don't rate shows or matches very much. You know, I leave that to the other professionals like Meltzer, you know, those guys. I say that with a little bit of jest. I don't rate stuff. I just usually don't. Oh no. Oh, Manson's going to be coming for J-Bone. Oh no. I better have some beers ready for him. Some ice cold beers out for him. He'll be good. He'll be good. Ask Jake, you're in really big trouble. I love that saying. Now, I didn't see him do that tonight. That was Fred Yehi's thing a few years ago, back when I really became a fan of his in Evolve. Now, he was stuck in a group called, Catch Point. And it was a very good group, but they were like stuck in the mid card, and they were paying a lot more attention to guys like Matt Riddle, who was also a part of Catch Point. But man, every time Fred came out, he'd point at the crowd, and he'd point to his opponent, and he'd go, "You're in big trouble," and the entire crowd would say it along with him. Now, I don't think he did that tonight, but I had that going through my head when he came out to the ring. And I was like, man, I need to hear that again. But it's always much better if there are actually a decent amount of people in the crowd, because it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things that sends goosebumps to, you know, up and down your body. You know, you get that kind of crowd response to certain things. This was a slow, ground-based, hard-hitting grapple mania of a match. 5 stars, folks. Absolutely. Like I said, I don't rate many matches. I don't usually put that much time or thought into, saying what happens in each match. I'm not that kind of podcast. I'm not a play-by-play guy. I'll talk about specific moves that caught my eye, like, oh man, this one move in this one match by this one guy, that kind of thing. But they took it to a 20-minute time limit draw. It ended. They were both exhausted, slowly worked their way towards the center of the ring, had a little stare down. Yehai puts his hand out. Now, mind you, ACH was literally seconds away from winning this match. Seconds. He was a 3 count away from winning when that bell rung, because he had Fred Yehai pinned. But we won't know because we ran out of time. But Yehai sticks out his hand. Their eyes are locked. They're inches away from each other. ACH slowly puts out his hand, and Fred Yehai just lifts his hands up and flips him off. Oh, gasp. There weren't enough people there to hear the gasp, but you know that the people were gasping. I did. No handshake from yet. Yeah. Take 2. No handshake from Fred Yehai. Folks, I don't think this one is done. I'm dying to see this again. Crowd was asking for 5 more minutes. Ref said, nope, it's not happening. Match is done. I think there would have had to have been some kind of authority figure coming out to, do something like that. Unless it is the referee's discretion and the referee was just like, nope, sorry, it's done. You had your 20 minutes. Damn it, ref. We wanted just 5 more minutes. 5 lollipops on the bone scale. Absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking of lollipops, let's pop one open. Buckshot Kid. Have you seen Ethan Page's slap chump video on YouTube? If not, it is great. I have, Buckshot Kid. I even shared it on that old Twitter box. What do we got here? Kiwi strawberry. Delish. Yes, the slap chump is hilarious. Very funny. Hawaii's Halloween's canceled. Yeah, it's canceled around here too, bud. Sadly, it's first year in many years I'm not handing out treats to little kids. Sad. Yep. I know. With the bone scale measure in lollipops, bandanas, or beers? Depends on the night. Most of the time, it's going to be lollipops. Looks like Up North is putting their Twitch streamer out to pasture today. Yeah. I read a headline about that right before I went live about AJ Styles and others ditching theirs today. Sad, but whatever, It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, Fred Yehai versus ACH. Please go watch this match. because it is worth the $12. I mean, the rest of the event is great as well. Next, we got Jake Christ. Great to see Jake Christ. Versus Matt Justice. And we talked about Matt Justice. I just got done telling you guys what he did last time versus Manders. Let me tell you, folks, Matt Justice is on a roll. He is motivated. He is something straight out of the 90s ECW era. He would have fit in just right. Like we would have seen back in the day, 20 years ago, we would have seen a 20-minute bloodbath of him versus New Jack. In fact, we may even get that now. I don't know if New Jack is still up for something like that, but man. New Jack sees this guy, he's going to be like, oh, hell no, I'm coming out of retirement. We are absolutely doing this. Come on, computer. No? Oh, my. You okay? It's an old computer. It's my sidekick here. We're good. We're good. Okay, we continue. Uncle Alan will be coming home at some point. Not fake wrestling news. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Basil, what is up, brother? Good to see you here. There was a Basil at this show tonight, taking pictures. I think the most interesting part that I saw, and it was like very, dark outside of the ring. Oh, send you the link. I will send you the link, sir. Let's get someone live that was actually there. Give me just a minute. Where is Basil? There he is. Paste. Come on. There you go, Basil. Let's talk some AA-dub. Like I said, Basil was taking pictures at the show tonight. Getting super close to the action. Super duper close. J-Bone about to throw up the X for his PC sidekick. About to pour a damn beer on it. If I had a beer. He'll be in here in a minute. He's probably just setting up, making sure his lighting's all pretty. I'm the same way, though. Because we're professionals. So, we'll get him in there in a bit. In the meantime, I just want to thank everyone for being here. Blowing up whatever you're watching me from, Twitch or YouTube. Thank you. Much appreciated. Make sure you give it a follow, a like, or a sub. That affiliation is coming, folks. The affiliation is coming. Oh, there he is. Oh,
yo,
what is up, dude?
Well, I'm driving home from the show.
Well, just drive safe.
I am. I have my earpiece in.
You got your okay.
I'm not here. We'll make it better for the viewers here because I can't.
There we go. We don't want to pull a Melissa.
No. We're good. I'm driving home from the show right now.
So,
What's good?
by the way, I saw you at one point almost getting involved in one of the matches.
No.
Oh, you were damn close.
When it gets to the outside, man. When it gets to the outside and there's 5 people inside, it's hard to avoid all that.
No, this is when the action was on the top rope, and you from the outside. Now this is a sign of a true professional photographer in the pro wrestling community. The action was on the top rope. Here's Basil sliding his camera into the ring and pointing it up towards the gentlemen who are on the top.
That's my signature.
I was like, oh my goodness, like, please don't land on the man's camera, because it was close.
That's my signature, sir. Remember the RVD shot? The one from MLW that I got? Like, that's my signatures, to go from underneath. And then I always try to get that shot. A lot of the times it fails. I gotta double check. I don't think I did a good job on this one, but 60% of the time it doesn't work. It's a very hard shot to get. It's a very, very hard shot to get.
I believe it was Manders and Ace Perry on the top rope.
I think when Manders did like a belly to belly suplex or something like that.
Well, I think Ace Perry countered it and then went to the outside of the ring, and he literally came this close to coming down and stepping on your camera.
No, I know how to pull it away fast enough.
And I was like,
my pullout game is strong. My pullout game is strong.
It
game is strong.
It looked we're talking about photography, right?
Hey, of course. And I have my post show Taco Bell that I just consumed.
Oh, you went to Taco Bell?
I did, but it's really late, so all I got was a Sierra Mist, no Baja Blast tonight.
Oh,
because
dude.
I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed when I get home.
I hear you.
And I'm only 20 minutes away from my house, so.
I gotcha. Did you get a chalupa?
No, I got a Crunchwrap Supreme, man. I'm in the car, dude. I need to be good to go.
And
Crunchwrap Supreme is my favorite, though.
And rest in peace, Taco Bell Mexican pizza.
Oh my God, Mexican pizza, cheesy potatoes. Who knows if we'll see nacho fries again at this rate?
Oh my God! And they got rid of my other favorite, grilled stuffed burritos.
Horrible.
No grilled stuffed burritos. No Mexican pizza. I mean, if they legit drop the chalupa, I'm done.
They're basically serving taco shells and Baja Blast at this point. Look at this. 2 minutes into the podcast, we're already derailed. Just like Wednesdays, baby.
Just like last night. Exactly. That's all right. So, I was just getting done talking about Fred Yehai and ACH. Dude, please talk about this match. Oh no, did we lose him?
Nope. Oh, I'm back. Am I back?
I think you're back. Your picture's froze. No, wait. Okay, he's good.
I'm by a bunch of semis, so that's probably why.
Get away from the semis.
I know. Look at that. I'm getting away from them right now. So I love this match because there goes that Sierra Mist. I love good technical wrestling.
Thank you.
It's needed because this show had a lot of crash and burn. It had a lot of high flying, had a lot of weapons. It had a lot of beat 'em up style. But I love a good, that did not feel like 20 minutes. That match did not feel like 20 minutes whatsoever.
No, it didn't.
And the bell rang. And you know what? Usually I go into these shows and I know the results and everything. I just went into this Raw. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to shoot this show. I don't want to know what's going on. And I was like, damn, this is a draw. Okay. Because now it's they already have one where Fred won. I believe that was earlier this year.
I think they said
January.
January.
Yeah, I believe it was the January show, and then Fred won that one, and now this is a draw. Like, I want to see this. I want to see this again.
That's what I said.
I want an Iron Man match. Give me an Iron Man match of these.
Hell
two.
yeah, dude.
Like whoever wins gets like number one contendership or something.
Oh yes.
I want that. Like legit, I have no idea what the plans are for AAW, guys. 100%. Do not know.
For any title. I mean, it sounds like the hair. Like I'm still learning a lot about this brand.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Heritage title is like a mid card title.
Yep.
Okay.
Heritage title is a workhorse title. We call that that's our workhorse title.
Like the
IC,
like what the IC used to be.
Yeah, Trevor Lee had a really good run with that title before he left the WWE. Him and DJZ, who Joaquin Wilde now in NXT. Cameron Grimes is who I'm referring to.
Right.
And Joaquin Wilde. They had a great feud over the title a few years back. It's a solid championship. Always has great matches. I felt like this show went by really fast. What was it, 2:45? I think it clocked at. So overall, the show was really good, and this Fred ACH match was fantastic.
I gave it 5 stars.
This deserved to be in front of a bigger crowd than what it was. Like, it's a damn shame that laws had to come to effect because nobody knows how to freaking social distance and keep a mask on. But I digress.
Thank you.
And half of our crowd got cut.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a crowd of 50. We had a crowd of 25.
Okay.
So
it looked like it was about 2 dozen around the ring.
Yeah, it was 25 in total. So, but yeah, the match was fantastic. Absolutely, I believe that was the match before they went to that slight, like 8-minute intermission.
Yeah, it was less than 10 minutes. It was a little break. They had a couple promos and a little break. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's how you do an intermission. I hate these shows that are live that have an intermission and don't have anything related to the show. Like, I believe we just played promos that was regarding to the show that we had.
Yeah, like up and coming stuff.
Yeah,
like there was a Elena Black and a Myron Reed, I think, played or something like that. Jake something cut a promo.
Relevant.
Right.
It's something relevant.
Yeah.
So that's what these shows. If you're gonna be on Fight, if you're gonna be on IWTV or High Spots, whatever, do something with your intermission. Put content in there.
Right.
That is one thing that I will say. That is one thing I'll say about AEW as an indie. Rob Malinowski, fantastic videographer that we have.
Yeah.
Does great with these promos, getting them up fast. We'll always give props to him on that one. So Trent also produces over there. He does a fantastic job with helping out with that.
Yeah.
So it's a well-oiled machine over there. So it's a very well-oiled machine at AEW.
Like Mr. Front Row Bill says, hashtag wear your effing mask.
And anybody who says that you can't wear a mask because you can't breathe is a liar. I wore literally my mask for 12 hours at a time every day at Impact. Only took it off when I wanted to eat, and that was pretty much about it. Wear your masks, people. Social distance. We want to get back to normal.
Someday.
We want to get back to normal. Please. I really want to get back to normal, man. I miss crowds. I miss you guys at shows. I really miss you guys at shows.
I need it for my mental health too, man.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people do. A lot of people need it for their mental health.
So, and then I was just getting into the Jake Christ Matt Justice match, which was a barn burner as well.
Wild match.
Man, that metal grating that Matt Justice brought into the ring and just absolutely bent the hell out of it around Jake. Jake put him through 2 elevated doors and a chair. Oh my God. That was spot of the match in my opinion.
Can we also talk about the chair shots that Matthew Justice always takes? Oh my God. Like,
the ones where he doesn't protect himself.
Oh my God. Like, I feel it in my neck. When, like, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not trying to sell anything. When he gets a chair shot, especially when you're live in person, it is so fucking hard. And my neck just cringes. Like, if they didn't cut away, I shot it and I winced and I turned around. Because that is a legit feeling. I hate seeing those type of chair shots. Matthew Justice is a crazy motherfucker. I love the dude. He's an awesome person. He's just a crazy motherfucker.
How long has he been around? Now this is someone really new to my eyes as far as wrestling.
I want to say he's been around for about 10 years or so, but like really picked up. I think really picked up these last 2, 3, 4 years or something like that. He's in AIW a lot at AIW because he's based out of Cleveland. So
I wonder if he was ever up in Milwaukee because there was someone who looked very familiar to him or like him that was Brew City Wrestling champ a few years back.
Possibly. If someone could look up his cage match. If he has a cage match profile,
really,
that will probably be easy to look him up and see his information.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I get information on there and a couple other places for when I'm filling in match results for Impact.
Anytime Trent and I don't know something, we're like cage match.
Yeah,
we just go to cage match to get our info right.
Cagematch.com. Yeah.
So.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
This was nuts though. Matt Justice comes out with a win here. I was really rooting for Jake Christ though, but man, I mean he brought it, but he
brought it for sure. I can't harp on the guy. The guy did fantastic.
Yeah, and he can cut a hell of a promo too. And his promo tonight was actually really something. Talking about how he's doing
something.
No, we'll get to him. We'll get to him. Jake Chris promo talking about how he's been looking over someone else's shoulder for like 18 years. And now he's doing everything on his own finally, which is, I'm assuming he's talking about his brother.
His brother, Sammy, JT. He's always had Fulton. He's always had somebody.
Okay.
So I think he just means that he's finally on his own for once.
Yeah, he really is.
I'm happy.
So yeah, I mean, Yeah, I'm happy too. And this is a really interesting part. And it's a whole new chapter for him. And I know a lot of fans want him back in Impact, but and it may happen someday. But it's just just right now, it's just not happening.
Nope.
So he's got to prove himself, and we'll see what happens. But for now, he gets to shine in brands like this.
There you go. And then isn't he also isn't he like the IWA Mid-South champion?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's champing some brand, yeah.
We got tag title match.
Well, we're getting to it. Paul asks, "Did you grow up with Trent Basil?"
No. So I'm.
Uh-oh. He's by them truckers again.
Probably that we used to go to. No, I'm in a very bad area that has horrible self-service.
I'm starting to lose you.
No, hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
And I'll get better service.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. So I did not grow up with Trent. I met Trent about 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
We met at the Squared Circle restaurant. It was like a wrestling themed restaurant. And
that was Victoria's restaurant, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And then him and I started going to ROH shows together because ROH at the time was still very, very solid before their dip that they had a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were hanging out through there. And then I was always going to AAW shows. And then he started working at AAW. And then I started taking photos at AAW about 4 years ago or 3, whatever it was. I think it was 3.5 now. And then now we're inseparable. So
at the hip.
We're at the hip. We literally spent all weekend together.
In that undisclosed location.
It was Nashville. There we go. I'm at home, but I'll stay on for the rest of the podcast.
Well, I was going to say, if you want to go jump in the house and hop on your computer, you can.
No, I have to go now because if I get off, I'm not coming back on. I'm being honest.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine.
This is fine. This is fine right now.
It's all good.
Look at. I got lighting. I got professional lighting now.
Yay! There we go. It is all good. It's all good. So, we get the nice. So we get the announcement for November 12th. Myron Reed is coming to AAW. We get promos from. I want to say Myron Reed is also very good.
He's solid. I'm excited to have him back at AAW.
Yeah, very good.
He's been at AAW for a long time.
He was one of my favorites in MLW when I was covering them.
He's still their middleweight champ, I believe.
Is he?
He's still the middleweight champ.
Interesting.
So.
Stephen Wolf gives a promo, as does Jake something. Both very good produced promos. And then we get the debut of Blake Christian versus Stephen Wolf. Dude, Blake is a lot of fun to watch.
Love Blake. I love Blake. When Trey Miguel had to pull out and Trent brought up Blake Christian, I was like, book him. I was like, ASAP. I've been on this Blake Christian hype train for a while, and AEW is like the perfect place for him to get better as a character, in my opinion. So
yeah, like grow charisma wise, and
yeah, I think that's what AEW does really well is character building. So I think he would do. I think he would do very well there.
Yeah, just look at Rohit Raju, aka Hakeem Zayn.
Yes, sir.
Perfect example. And Karam to boot as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Paul Nelson says, was Tyler Black in AAW? Yeah, he was
He
one of their,
was.
way back in the day.
So Danny Daniels, the owner of AAW, was actually Tyler Black's trainer.
Oh, there you go. There's some history.
So Tyler Black is a multiple-time, I think he's a 1 or 2-time AAW heavyweight champion.
Mm.
So him and Danny Daniels actually had a wild feud. Wild feud. If you can find those old ones, dude, let's just say there was a cemetery and a grave involved in pissing on said grave.
Oh,
So,
my goodness.
oh, dude, it was brutal. It was brutal.
That is wild. Yeah, some significant names have come out of that company, like Tommaso Ciampa from Milwaukee.
Dude, Pentagon, Phoenix, Callahan, the list, just the people who've gone through AAW. It's
Kingston
just
recently.
Kingston is a 2-time AAW champion.
Yeah.
So Kingston's been around for a long time. Santana
Ortiz.
Ortiz.
That company's got a rich heritage. It really
Sammy
does.
Guevara, Darby Allin. It just MJF and Colt Cabana. So
yeah,
DJZ, like I said, Trevor Lee. It's never ending. There's been so much good talent. Like if you guys go on AAWPro.com and then go to the AAW On Demand, you guys can find all the backlog.
There you go.
Of footage on there. It's deep. If you guys want to binge some wrestling, you guys want to binge some really good wrestling, really recommend AAW.
And that goes back to what, mid 2000s ish?
2004, I believe, is when we started. So
that's pretty far. That's pretty far. It's crazy. So
wild,
all right.
man.
So Stephen Wolf and Blake Christian put on a hell of a match. This one was much faster paced. Blake Christian's debut, he ends up winning here with a cinched roll up. I mean, it was an interesting finish considering how fast paced it was. But it was just one thing where Blake caught Stephen off, in one little move, and just wrapped him up and got him. But then Blake gets attacked by Stephen Wolf after the match, and puts him over the guardrail and puts the boot to him and all that kind of stuff. It takes him out pretty bad. But Blake Christian gets a nice little applause after the match.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match. It was good for Stephen Wolf's character.
Yeah.
Thought that was all really well done. So
yeah. So hopefully Blake comes back.
I hope so too. I really do hope so.
Where is he out of?
Blake is out of, I don't even know. I honestly have no idea. I can't. I have to look it up.
But he's gotten a lot of attention this year. He's been in a unique group of people that have really shined this summer in the comeback of wrestling this summer.
He's one of the few people that has thrived with everything that's been going on. And
now, doesn't he have a match with some?
With who?
With someone coming up on Explosion or something?
He does. I'm trying to remember who. No, was he? No, he wasn't. He wasn't at AAW. Was he? No, it was Lee. It was Lee, Trey, It might have been Blake. I don't think it was Blake. I don't remember now. Dude, that was like 2.5 months ago. I have no idea. Legit have no idea. It was Lee, Trey. Oh no, it was Lee, Trey, and Benjamin Carter on that run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, man. I was like, who was that third one? But yeah, there was those three. So.
Oh yeah, Critical Sting says right here: Ben Carter, Trey Lamar, and Lee Moriarty. And those matches, I'm sure, are coming up.
All those matches have been out, I believe, except for I think Trey and Ethan already went out. I don't remember. I can't keep up with any of this shit.
Well, Ben's was a couple weeks ago. One just came out this last Sunday, but I don't know who's on it
Yeah.
because we always cover them a week late.
Always.
So okay, we continue. But yeah, great win for Blake Christian in his debut. Hope to see him back. We get a promo for November 12th that Elena Black is coming back. So a few things to look forward to there. Now we got Gringo Loco and Angel Dorado versus the tag champs Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Man, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton are really starting to shine as a tag team, dude.
Yep. Hey, you might lose me for a second if I'm in
Okay.
this elevator. So just forewarning.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, they shined. I felt like they shined better in this match than they did at their BFG match.
Yeah, well, there was a lot going on in that one too.
Yeah, but I felt like they did a great job today. So.
Yeah. Matt Spain, the lollipop flavor is kiwi strawberry. Uh-oh, there's a there is a scumbag in the house. Look out. Look out. What's up,
Look
KL?
at this scum. Look at this scum.
What a scumbag. Ace and Madman retain here successfully. Yeah, they did absolutely shine. Their chemistry together is really starting to pick up.
Very much so.
And that top rope choke slam / fold as a finisher, my God.
Solid.
That is devastating. I would say it rivals the Road Warriors finish.
It's
that
very
devastating.
Good. It's very good.
Matt Spain, this is an exotic flavor because of the bag it came from. It's a limited edition Dum Dum bag. It's got all sorts of crazy fruit flavors.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Here. For a little bit of normalcy.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of normalcy now.
We're in the office. Gotcha. Good night, Paul. Take care, buddy. Take care.
I can take this off now.
There you go. You in the house. You safe. So yeah, Ace and Madman Fulton retain. Hell of a finisher. Now we get promos from Manser with Jake and the Hustle and the Muscle. That I gotta say though, that promo from Manser but with Jake, Jake put it plain as day to him. He's like, I am not here to be your buddy. I am not really here to be your tag partner, but that's what we got told we have to do. He's like, so when this is done, we're going to take care of our business and I am coming after your title.
It's pretty clear about that.
Very clear. Very, very clear. Then we get on to the main event. Karam with Hakeem Zayn, a.k.a. Rohit Raju, who is the AAW Heritage Champion, versus Jake Something and Mance Warner, who is the AAW world champion. He holds that big effing belt.
Big effing belt.
Oh yeah. This was an amazing tag match. I was really looking forward to this
Very
because
fun match.
I've heard promos, between Hakeem and Karam before, especially when all that build up last year with who was underneath the mask and all that kind of stuff was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I paid more attention to that than the matches themselves. So this is actually the first time I really paid attention to them both in the ring together. Man, these guys are good together. They work well. They really do.
Yeah, they worked really well with one another.
Karam needs to get his butt to Impact Wrestling.
I want that to happen too, but I still want this good amount of time for Hakeem and Rohit, whatever. For them
to grow.
For him to build up himself up. I almost went with the shoot name there. But I really want for him to build himself up.
Yeah.
Because he's doing well right now, and I feel like heels don't usually get a heater unless something's going wrong for them.
Mm.
Like Ace didn't have Fulton until after he lost the X Division title.
Ah, true.
So
yeah, but I think it just means he's moving on to bigger and better things, so he needs that heater.
Yep.
To get him to that next level.
Agreed.
So, damn good main event. Really fun watching Karam and Hakeem together.
Very fun.
What the hell's that? Cat hair?
Ew.
Hairball. Sorry.
So gross.
Cats must have been in my lollipops again, damn it. Interesting though. At the end of this match, things start getting a little crazy. They start grabbing some broken doors from underneath the ring and some miscommunication between Mance and Jake.
Yep.
Takes out Jake, and Hakeem Zayn ends up pinning the world champ.
Wild.
One hell of an upset, in my opinion.
Because Mance has been on a roll since he's been champion.
I really enjoy Mance as champ.
Mance is a fantastic champ.
I really became a huge fan of Mance when he had his feud with Sammy in MLW. When MLW was in Milwaukee and they had that barn burner of a match that literally came inches from me in the crowd when I was there.
Yeah.
I was such a fan.
They ripped each other apart in AAW too.
And that was actually Sammy's last night in the company.
That was the Cornette missed spot.
Oh yeah. When he dumped or spit water on Cornette.
He spit water on Cornette for Cornette's comments towards Sonny Kiss.
Oh yeah.
That was the reason, because Cornette made comments about Sonny Kiss, and then Sammy spat on him for saying that.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh, and then news came out that Sammy was kicked out of MLW because of the damage he did to the building or something. It's like, whatever. There was no damage to that building. But they haven't been back since, which is bullshit.
Well, they haven't been back since because COVID hit.
Well, they were in Chicago like 5 times after Milwaukee.
Well, because Chicago sells so well for them.
Milwaukee, the first time though, they did good. They got almost 800 people in that place.
Yeah, they do almost 2,000 at Cicero Stadium.
Well, I mean,
they do like 2,000. Yeah, they pack it 1,500 to 2,000 at a time.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, people from Milwaukee can drive down."
No, I don't want to. No offense. No offense.
I don't blame you.
But anyways, hell of a main event. Hakeem Zayn pins the champ in what I consider a big upset. So I got a feeling this stuff between Jake and Mance may have to wait. I mean, if Hakeem Zayn pinned Mance Warner, that tells me that they're going to be going head to head.
But we also had at the end of the match where we had Jake and Mance going at it. So.
Oh, see, no, I missed that.
Oh, you missed that?
Was that after they went? That might have been after they went dark.
Oh, they were fighting with one another.
Yeah, that was after they went dark.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fighting with one another after the match. So I did not know that went dark.
I have no doubt though that they'll maybe put that on the YouTube channel.
Oh, they might do like an exclusive, like a web exclusive for it.
Yeah. Well, they did that last time with a bunch of like backstage stuff.
Yeah.
When Ace and Fulton won the tag belts and they like destroyed people backstage or something.
Yeah.
I still have to watch that. Trent told me about it. He's like, dude, you've got to see that.
It was solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, good show.
So yeah.
I just got home from it.
I'm in, dude. I am a fan. I am very excited to be watching these shows. You can tell there is a ton of effort being put into here, into the storytelling and the matchmaking.
Yep.
It's very well done, man.
Very, very well done. Yeah, there's a lot of thought that goes into that, into all the booking and everything. It's not just like randomly put together.
Just quick checking notifications. I had some pop-ups. So yeah, hell of an event. The next one is November 12th. So we got some previews of coming attractions. Myron Reed's coming back. Elena Black's coming back. We'll have to see who she faces. Who is the women's champ in AAW? Is it Hyan?
Chris Statlander.
Oh, it is Statlander.
Yeah, Statlander was the champ.
But she's injured.
Yeah, she's injured right now. So I don't know what they're doing with that situation.
Because she's going to be out for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you hate to strip people of the title, but I mean, if it's going to be super duper long.
Plus, it's already been long with the hiatus.
Right.
So.
But they're building a women's division back into the company. They're pulling in some good talent. So.
Testing the waters with some talent.
At least they're doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So. And I wasn't going to talk about too much more. That's the review pretty much. Overall, what would you say was the highlight of this show for you?
Fred ACH.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
That was the big highlight. Jake and Justice was a fantastic match as well, but yeah, ACH and yeah, definitely was match of the night for me.
And right before I went live, now this is different news coming out of the wrestling world and even the MMA world. Wow, KO is just going off in the chat, dude. What the hell are you drinking tonight, brother? Some of that peanut butter shit, probably. My goodness. I saw a match, and I don't watch a lot of MMA stuff. I haven't watched MMA stuff in years, but I was very curious because I did hear about this last night, and you know which match I'm talking about. Jake Hagar's Bellator match.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually on YouTube. You can watch it for free. It's the last match of the prelims that went this afternoon before Bellator 250. And he went against one, I believe his name was Brandon Colton or something like that. So Jake Hagar is 2-0, and he went to 3-0. He is undefeated. Decent match. Like I said, I'm not really an MMA guy. I haven't watched since Brock Lesnar was destroying bitches in the ring, or in the cage, excuse me. Back when he really used to move.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't anymore.
Nah.
He doesn't have to.
Nope.
So yeah, congrats to Jake Hagar.
That's my boy. Happy for him.
Yeah. At least he had a good excuse why he wasn't on last night's show that we were talking about.
I mean, the last night's show, and then today. So really can't. He had to weigh in and all that stuff yesterday. So.
Oh sure, yeah. And where are they doing those from? I don't even know.
Vegas or something. I don't know. Florida.
Probably.
I have no idea where they were at.
Something like that. KL says only J-Bone would take an AAW review and turn it into simultaneous Bellator and AEW talk.
We'll see, Kyle. We understand that other companies exist on the show.
Yeah.
And we don't mind talking about it.
So when you come over to Smash This podcast, it's a whole new world.
Whole new world. But yeah, we like everything here.
We talk about all sorts of crazy shit.
But yeah, that's it.
Pretty much. Only other thing I was gonna bring up. I read a piece of news that Netflix is doing a documentary series on the one, the only Vinnie Mac.
Oof.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And I heard it's going to be like the most expensive documentary that Netflix has ever produced.
That's crazy.
It's wild, man. Crazy times we live in. Crazy times.
So is it going to be something that kisses his ass, or is it going to be...
Well, WWE is producing it, so sure.
Oh, then of course it is. They're not going to talk about anything controversial that he's done over the years or anything.
No, why would they do that? That makes too much sense. It's good. I don't believe it's going to be a cut and dry type. It's going to be very. I don't know. Like, I hope it's not.
I mean, like, the man has done some great things in the world of professional wrestling.
But he's also done a lot of shitty things at the same time.
Oh, sure. I mean, he's mafia, dude. He's straight up wrestling mafia.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know, but he's, you know, I'm still thankful that he's done the things that he has done that I've enjoyed over the years, you know. It's just lately, you know, his way of doing things and running his company has been very controversial in the eyes of the fans and you know other things. But I'm still very curious as to this. I'm absolutely going to watch it. I'm probably going to review it. So, well, in the same way that there's supposed to be some kind of like Hulk Hogan movie coming out that isn't Hemsworth playing Hulk Hogan or something?
Chris Hemsworth is playing Hogan?
Thor.
I know.
Minus the dad bod.
Minus the dad bod. I don't like that at all.
I know some people have fallen away from Hulkamania.
Oh, I've definitely fallen away from Hulkamania.
Was it the bad porn?
All of it. All of it.
It was all of it. It was everything, brother.
It was all of it, brother. I'm trying to get my work in.
Gotcha.
Bed.
Oh, I know you got stuff to do, man. But hey, man, I really appreciate you being on here and giving your input on tonight's show. I was hoping to bring Trent in here for a little bit, but I know he's probably busy.
Trent, I think, is still like breaking down and stuff. I mean, I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like what. I mean, I know what he does, but I don't know everything he does. So.
Yeah, he was still at the venue when I left.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, that's cool. It's not like he worked on one thing and then left. You know, he's a busy man and he's really part of it. So that's great to know.
Oh yeah, he's been part of it for a long time there.
Yeah.
So
hopefully I will get down there someday.
Yeah, dude, it'd be great to have you at a show.
I know it's gonna be a while, but it's on my to-do list.
It's been a while.
Great song.
So
yeah, I will let you go. Thanks again, dude. And you have yourself a tremendous weekend.
You as well, dude.
Be good, dude. See ya.
I'll see ya.
And that is one Basil, aka AAW photographer, aka sidekick to one J-Bone from Smash This Podcast on Wednesday nights here. Covering everything AEW. Say your prayers and eat your vitamins. That's right. Oh, still a Hogan guy despite outside stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm the same way, man. I grew up with him. And I came back into wrestling when he was Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I'm the same way. You know, I just do. I love how Basil turns around and shows the WWE logo on the chair. It's because one of his favorites is AJ Styles, and it's an AJ Styles gaming chair. So there's a logo on the back, yeah. So a certain briefcase given to a DA in Allentown, PA. Oh, is that the that's the Snuka story, I think is what you're referring to. Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely the wrestling content that I'm talking about. That was on the dark side of the ring, where Vince McMahon. Well, I don't think they said Vince McMahon, but it was Vince McMahon showed up with a briefcase of cash and walked Snuka out of jail and kept him a free man. And that goes way back. That goes way the hell back in the, what is that, late 70s, early 80s? It's like right before WrestleMania. What is this? What? Oh, no. My wife just sent me something. Anyways, so yeah, I'll open. I mean, we went just over an hour and a half here talking about AAW and talked about a couple other things. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about news related, quick throw it in the chat. If not, I'll cut it off here for the night. I want to thank everybody who did come in here for the AAW. It was a nice little turnout, and I really appreciate it, man. I'm sure the company appreciates it too, because I tagged them in the stuff. I tagged a couple wrestlers in the post as well, you know, and hopefully they appreciate the feedback. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments if you're watching this on a replay. Let them know. Let me know and let them know how their content was tonight, man. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm digging this. You know, it's interesting watching Impact Wrestling performers on another stage like this and growing. You know, it's really interesting. money in the briefcase. Yes. I came back into wrestling when he joined TNA. Also, that was about 10 years ago. Interesting. Who shot Johnny Bravo? Hot tag. do you want me to hot tag you in here? Either Johnny Swinger or Trent and Kalon is my guess. Yeah, I mean we're all guilty. Well, his last public appearance, besides the wedding, was on our show. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I was going to message him that day, you know, not thinking that he was going to get killed. And now I can't because he's gone. He's gone. So yeah, I mean, he roasted the shit out of all of us. So we're all suspects. We're all suspects. Totally. Thank you, Terrence. I don't know. I'm seeing all sorts of crazy guesses online. Legit. It's, you know, like, and what's crazy is people are playing back the wedding and they're looking at everyone at ringside and they're like, okay, so this person was doing this person was holding this. Like they said, what did I see someone say? Oh, they're saying Alicia Edwards did it because she had a gun in the basket that she was holding. She was cosplayed like Dorothy or something from Wizard of Oz. I think that's who she was or something. Or maybe she was Little Red Riding Hood with the basket. I don't know, but she was holding the basket. I'd have to go back and watch the whole thing because there was a lot of characters at ringside. Falaba was Stay Puff. Triple XL was the Nasty Boys. That was great. He actually had the Nasty Boys old school looking shirts. That was tremendous. I don't know how they got those, but that was amazing. Hey, maybe those were in the old classic TNA warehouse because they actually did a cup of coffee in there. Legit cup of coffee. They had a brawl with the Dudleys, and I think that was about it. Oh, jeez. The Rascals were different characters. They were in disguise, which was interesting, of course. Costumes, whatever. It was all Halloween stuff. Follow was Stay Puft. The Minister was Sinister. But I'm bummed. And we got some wild the front the world Bill.
Hey, am I late for the throwback? What's going on?
He just pulled a Kyle. I'm here for the review, right?
Yeah, the review. I thought he'd be sneaking around back here somewhere, but I guess he's in the basement.
No, he's actually behaving tonight. I saw him in the chat, and I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go."
Yeah, especially when we get into discussions of the who shot Bravo. I figured he'd already be here. He would have beat me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, his comments are out there.
Oh, they're always out there.
It's yeah, they're out there, all right. I tell you, he's not painting a pretty picture for himself.
Everyone's a suspect, Jay.
That's what I was saying.
We're suspects. Everybody's a suspect.
Because
Some of our chatters are suspect.
Because he burned all of us the week before. And someone
J-Bone burned. Bill burned. Trent, he was a little easy on Trent. That's maybe why he's even more likely a suspect.
And he was at an undisclosed location for the weekend as well.
Now there's a lot. It's and I do like that a lot of the rosters playing it up. That they're even suspects. Like Caleb with a K threw something out there. Like he seemed a little suspect. Follow Boz really trying to throw it all on Hernandez. Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories that Hernandez was behind it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that's the easy one.
Going for the wad of cash, man. He was going for the wad of cash. Vegas odds probably put him right near the top. Although, depending on what you think, Rosemary, but why would she use a gun? Unless she put a spell on somebody. She's been known to do that.
Oh.
Maybe give him an apple, see what happens.
Do you remember Wrestle House? She put a spell on someone at Wrestle House.
And that guy looks very serious these days.
Huh. Lawrence.
That would be a delicious angle.
Could be. One half of the Nasty Boys. Dude, those shirts were great.
They were. That was a great throwback.
And I was just saying right before you got in here, I was like, it was interesting that people are even picking Alicia Edwards because she was holding a basket. Like she would hold the gun in the basket.
I'll tell you, when they were re-showing some of, I'm sure, Basil's pictures, and they show her with that basket like right on top of Bravo, it does make you. My thought was, what was in that basket? Now she could have had the gun in there, but maybe someone else pulled the trigger right next to her. Could be. This probably won't be a simple play out. This probably ain't going to be what you think. There could be multiple. There could be someone on the grassy knoll, J-Bone.
Oh yeah, somebody hiding in the weeds, if you will. Elijah Washington says, "Hey J-Bone, it was crazy that people think that this storyline was bad. It's not.
It's getting a lot of coverage. It got like major media coverage. What magazine put it out there? There was like a website Forbes put a big story out on it.
And Forbes doesn't put out just any old thing.
No, that's a you did a crossover angle with this. Yeah. And did you see the one? I don't want to get it wrong, but somebody on their Twitter account did the Simpsons jib jab, which was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was great.
I know a lot of the talent responded to it, so they should play all that up. Obviously Dallas did it, Simpsons did it, but it's a tried and true angle. Go with it. And that's what they're doing, man. That's RD. It sounds like Rosemary had a lot of say in this. So this is why people come to Impact. This creative freedom, a little different. And just like everything else, some people might not be their cup of tea, but I think it's pretty entertaining. It's different, but it gives you. That's why they cater to a whole bunch of different things in wrestling. And even to non-wrestling, to get those casuals that hopefully stick around and be like, oh, that Wrestle House, that was different. Wait. A murder mystery on a wrestling show?
Who done it?
Yeah, but like not done in a way like when like up north had the limo explode and it's like they had to cut it because like it was like poor taste due to other circumstances. Right. This one was like you play along with it. You're not like it wasn't to the extent of serious. Like I know a couple people wanted to say, "Oh, you're having gun violence on a wrestling show." No, that's not. Come on now. Come on
No,
now.
no, it's
Come
funny.
on, man.
See, now I heard people talk about other people complaining about it. I have not seen any of that.
I have not
mean,
seen many. I've seen a few people, like, if there was 50 comments, there was one person that said it and no one acknowledged them.
Yeah. I mean, you really got to be looking for stuff like that and then like make a big deal out of that if that stuff is happening out there. Like, I don't know where some people find this stuff. Like I said, you just really, like, if you're on social media all day jumping in everybody's conversations, then yeah, you're gonna find stuff you don't like.
Yeah, you'll
But,
find everything.
I don't have time for that. Obviously, other people have time for that. I don't want to be part of that either. So I choose to avoid. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying, look, I'm just a different kind of fan. You know, I support what I love, and I'll share stuff, and I almost very rarely put original thoughts out there besides promoting my/our content, because man, social media is just horrible. It really is.
It is. Like, obviously, for the good benefits of it, there are a lot of negatives. So I see it obviously, it can become very toxic, and that's definitely not for everybody. Like, even if you try to kind of not get into any arguments and not do this, eventually you're going to get pulled into something, and without even trying. So it's not an easy thing, especially if you embrace it. If you're very involved in it, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I said I almost never put anything out there anymore, just because it's not worth it. Because there's always someone out there that's just wants to pull you in for someone and start something with you for absolutely no reason. Like, hey, I'm over here doing this, and someone will be like, oh yeah, well, I'm over here doing this. It's like,
yeah, some people are always going to want to start fights and things like that, but just like Impact, stay in your own lane. Don't acknowledge the hate, the jealous, whatever you want to call them. Just do your own thing. Let it roll off your back.
They can have their wars.
Yes,
they're
and there's obviously there's a lot of fan bases always at war with each other. We try to kind of stay out of it, but just like with Impact, we try to keep it fair. Like, we're not there to be critical. But we are there to just give some opinions, maybe wonder what's what. Sometime it might seem like shots fired, but they're really any shots fired. A lot of it is just trying to say maybe go about it a different way, maybe look at it a different way, not just being critical for the chance of it.
Yeah.
I tried twice. If I say it 3 times, it'll be like Candyman.
Oh, critical. I could have sworn I saw him in here earlier. Maybe
he was in the Twitch chat earlier.
Oh, okay.
Team Twitch, smash Twitch.
So, oh yeah, there he is. I see it. Talking about Trevor Lee and ACH going 60 minutes for the Heritage title. Yes. Yeah, he was in here. Yeah, I heard about that. And that was literally right before they both went to the WWE, I think. And that was a couple years ago. Yeah, I heard about that. That actually was very good. I saw highlights from that. Crazy.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of the top guys from the Indies saw tonight on AAW, and it's like, just knowing by going to a lot of these shows, this wave, like, you thought the wave was already there where all these guys were snapped up by up north and down south, and even some from Impact. But they're about to all start getting taken again. So there's going to have to be another run of the indie guys, because it seems like even though, like, we know for Impact's sake and benefit, there was all the releases up north.
Yeah.
But those were people making money. Now they're just going to get a lot of these people off the independent scene again and just fill up And honestly, who knows? Maybe send them to the UK, which kind of fizzled over there. They need to ramp that up again. But I feel a lot of indie guys are about to come off the market.
Yeah, it's a weird time, you know.
There's a lot of sniffing around, we'll say, from the big guys right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to, everybody's trying to get that piece of the pie, and they're trying to do whatever they can to get it and keep it. and that's hard right now because there's so many other things going around that are fighting against that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the good thing is a lot of the promotions are starting to show up. I know you mentioned like MLW. I think officially did say they have a date, I guess, for their startup. But like a lot of these promotions that were in, who knows, coming back. Like I know that's why like Truck pointed out, and I had to jump in on it today because he was talking about NWA, and that's kind of like one of the gripes I've had over the last month or so is because they're acting like they're back, but they're not back. They're just loaning talent.
No, I mean,
that's fine. Loan talent, that's great. If you can't operate now, so be it. But don't act like you're actually operating. You're not. You're shuttered. You're a closed promotion that's giving talent an opportunity to work, which is great. But give them that opportunity to work. Don't act like you're running some type of promotion right now because you're not.
Right. And I thought that's what these Tuesday night things were.
Well, that's what they gave the impression. I had a big problem with that because they did make it seem that way. They sent out press releases indicating it was like an NWA show, and it's not. Yeah, it's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood with a NWA match. Like that's like Impact saying that. It's like, oh, well, here we're doing this show with one match, and it's an Impact show. No.
Wow. So yeah, it's an interesting time in wrestling. I'm still really happy that we have the wrestling we have because we had earlier in the year, like were we even going to keep getting content from certain companies? You know?
Oh, we thought it was. Even the big guys, it was like, are they just gonna? Are we just gonna have no wrestling going on?
Yeah.
And who knows? Because obviously, I know a lot of people are kind of mentioning it here and there, but like with these crazy spikes lately, and I know AAW got affected today with this. Who knows? Honestly, we don't know what's going to happen. There's probably going to be more promotions because I was supposed to go to a show Beyond Wrestling in Atlantic City. They were tagging on to a GCW show, but they shut down. They shut down for the rest of this year. Now it sounds like they just shut down completely. They're done. So there's going to be a lot of promotions that don't come out of this.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, CZW has been completely quiet.
They haven't said a word, although they had a lot of stuff going on even before this.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of controversy with the whole speaking out stuff. That didn't help them at all. A lot of the bigger indies all over the country haven't done stuff.
No, you look, there's only really a handful of states running shows. And if you're not in that state or willing to run in those states, you're probably not running as an independent promotion right now.
Yeah. And now with, numbers going backwards as far as like attendance and, putting people in buildings for any kind of public meeting, the numbers are going down drastically, if any.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the country. It's getting worse before it gets better, certainly, unfortunately.
Yeah, so like luckily like AAW, some of these promotions that can get on like a Fight TV or have some type of distribution, like IWTV, those type of things, at least they're getting some money with those agreements to not have to go. Like if they have limited or no fans, they could possibly still run a show. But like your local indie promotion is probably not going to run a show. It would be very tough with a very limited audience to, because honestly, an indie show, you're hoping to break even probably, maybe just make a little money. And with a limited crowd, you just can't make money, or you'd have to book a bunch of hot dogs and a handshake.
Oh, and I was shocked. I saw advertised because I follow a few local wrestlers. One of them shared a show. A popular Midwest guy out of the Chicago, Milwaukee area, Dysfunction, has his own company called ICW out of Milwaukee, and it's like an ECW. It's a lot of or CZW, more like it. A lot of hardcore craziness.
A lot of hardcore in the Midwest, which I didn't realize was as huge until the pandemic, honestly. Because like a lot of these guys from the Midwest started making their ways over like to the East with like Jersey. Like I may have seen a couple of them, but a whole bunch of these guys now, I know them very well because they've worked all these shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a huge hardcore scene in the Midwest.
Yeah, but ICW has been around for years, at least 10-ish years. I actually met Brutus the Barber Beefcake about 10 years at one.
Oh.
They say never meet your heroes.
That was one of them.
That wasn't one. I mean, it was nice. The picture was nice. The conversation I tried to have with him wasn't so great because he was a little under the. We'll just say he was a little under the influence. Yeah. So
don't like to see that.
No, it was whatever. It happens. I still love him for what he's contributed, though.
They're about to put him through a plate glass window.
Yeah. Yeah. Right through the door. But they just ran a show. Saturday? Yeah, it was when Bound for Glory was going on, and they had Jimmy Hart.
The Mouth of the South.
The Mouth of the South. Jimmy Hart was there, and I had to laugh because I'm like, damn, he's old. Like, you don't think of him as being old because he's still a character when he opens his mouth. But
he's been that character since the mid 80s, right?
Yeah, like 40-ish years, give or take a little. So the guy's no spring chicken. And I'm like, he's coming up here to a hardcore death match show for why? Like I expect like Sandman to get booked or something,
Yeah. Honestly, in this time, no conventions, none of this stuff going on. You take a booking when you can take a booking, probably, honestly.
Well, yeah, and people are gonna come to see him.
Exactly. Like you sell some autographs, maybe a T-shirt, maybe get a megaphone signed.
Right.
That's probably enough for him to come out.
And I mean, trust me, part of me was like, oh, I would love to meet the Mouth of the South. But there's no way, the way I know things are getting run in Milwaukee now, there's no way I'm going to a local show. No way in hell. But it's just funny, the one guy I'm friends with, not really friends, but, I'm friends with him on Facebook. It's a JP. He's actually the mouth of the Midwest. That's what he's called himself for a long time. And he used to have the airbrush jacket and everything back in the day because he's quite the talker.
We need more airbrush jackets in wrestling.
When I saw him get a picture of himself with the Mouth of the South, I was like, well, that's pretty damn appropriate. That's pretty cool. I gave that one a little like. Jimmy Hart he's 55.
No, I think somebody else is 77. I think there was just a mistype there. 77 sounds right.
Oh, it's okay. Zach Bonifer put 77. Yeah, for crying out loud. Holy cow. That's crazy.
You're like, what was he, 15 back then?
Jeez Louise. Yeah, there's no way in hell. Yeah. So, anything else? Shit, we just went over 2 hours. It's all right.
Obviously, stay tuned, I guess, for the rest. I don't know what you're doing. I know there's discussion on maybe a little throwback in the next day or so.
We're gonna try to do it tomorrow. I'm gonna double check with old Trent, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna plan it for tomorrow. Obviously, we couldn't do it tonight.
All right, because depending on how late you guys go on, I might be coming in for a little Blair Witch because I'll be coming from a show.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to H2O Wrestling. It's the last extravaganza. It's Matt Tremont's retirement show.
Oh.
And he's a hardcore guy, local hardcore guy, but he's been all around the country, the bulldozer. So yeah, there's some other like big death match guys I'll be on the show, like Alex Colon, guys like that. So it will be I think it starts at like 7:15 my time, so probably be I'm guessing like 2 and change probably tomorrow. So it'll probably be over, but I might be in the car for a little bit. It's about an hour away. So depending on when you guys start, I might be a little Blair Witch and then probably pull Basil, do a little car, and then hop in the studio.
It's all right. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Someone said in the chat, says, what does AAW stand for? You know, I don't even know. Something wrestling. I mean,
correct. All American wrestling? But that's a good question. I feel bad that Basil's not here, and obviously Trent's not here.
Or something Alliance? I don't know.
Could be Alliance.
Like I tried looking at the logo. It's not on the logo.
It's not on the logo. All American Wrestling.
All American?
It looks like that's what it started out as, All American Wrestling.
Oh.
Yes.
American.
And they do have the red, white, and blue in the logo, so it makes sense.
There you go. There you go. And it's in the heart of the Midwest.
There you go. The heart of the
Midwest. It doesn't
Midwest.
get more American than that, brother. Well, there you go. We all learned something new tonight because I didn't even know that.
I knew it was American, but I didn't know if it was all American. But there you go. That's where you get the double A, and not Austin Aries.
or Arn Anderson.
Yeah, A double versus. There's only one. 2 A's. We recognize right now, and that's Ace Austin.
Right. I was like, "Whoa, who is he talking to?" Oh, okay, all right.
Hey, he was on the show tonight.
He was.
Keep it topical.
Yes. Tag team champion. One half of the tag team champions.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, Austin 316 says, I just banged your wife.
Yeah. And still tag champs after tonight.
Yes. That is
got that at the first show there.
That is great.
AAW memorabilia right there.
I'm sure there was none of that going on tonight, unfortunately.
It may have, even with the limited, if they brought it, because this happened so short notice. Some of the guys probably did bring merch with them, but sadly, they probably did not move much.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, I didn't know if you were going to be at the show or not. I know you were at the last one.
I was. If there was, for something like that, I have to be able to plan multiple shows to make the long trip out there. So I will be, I don't know if there's probably not going to be another AEW, but I said it during your chat last night. I think I'm actually going to get to an AEW show.
Oh, really?
Possibly if they do a show the Wednesday after the pay-per-view coming up. Because I'm going down to Florida for ICW No Holds Barred, which is doing 3 shows in Florida on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I could just go one day early. So
that's a tricky area. Be safe down there.
It is, yeah. It'll be a little tricky. So we'll see. But that's the plan. That's the plan right now.
You won't be front row.
No.
You could be front row balcony. There's several balconies in that place.
But we'll see. That's the plan. To try that, but they haven't even announced it yet. So
Okay.
Probably within the next week, I'll find out for sure.
You become a season ticket holder.
Yes. I think the season ticket ended at this pay-per-view.
Could be.
So
Who knows?
we'll see. We'll get it in because I have a feeling, like I said, I think they're going to start. A lot of these events are going to start slowing down a little bit. So
yeah, probably. Hell, France just shut down completely. They're shutting down for what, a month and a half or something?
yeah, that's kind of I think the big worry out there. And for any, I know on TNI we get those, and I know you do too. I know you get the guys from Germany and stuff, but for anyone internationally, I know in Europe they're really going through a tough time again right now. Yeah. And honestly, in the US we are, but we're ignoring it. But sadly, not everybody, but a large portion is ignoring it.
Let's open everything.
Everything.
Wait for it. I can't. Oh, God. Crazy. So, all right, we'll just wrap this up because it's late and I'm getting tired. I don't know what the hell else to talk about. I went through my little bits of news I had, pretty much. Let me just quick.
Yeah, is there any other J-Bones news?
MLW renews deal with BN Sports.
I did see that. So what? It was like, weren't they technically on like FUBU or whatever for like, well, nothing ever aired?
They're on a couple weird ones, kind of like Ohio Valley Wrestling is.
Yeah, I guess they pretty much said you don't have a deal unless you bring us content back, and now they have content to bring back. So I guess good news for them.
Sure.
And I attend any local MLW show because they play New York and Philly fairly often. So I still have tickets because they just got postponed. I have a Philly show and a New York show for MLW. Technically, I have a date in December in Philly for MLW. I can't imagine it's actually going to happen at the ECW arena, but sure, I have tickets for it.
Did this just completely lock up on me? That's not good.
Terrence, company.
Time to shut her down.
Yeah, give it the X. Give it the X. That feels like my computer did the other day when we were trying to do the co-stream. Honestly, because I was like down. Remember, we were trying to get the watch along on Thursday, so we were going through all the software, and I was downloading it all. I think actually my computer was about to like try to kill me because I may have gotten Who Shot Bravo because like I could tell it was running hot. It was running hot. There was too much going on. It was getting way too confused, so I had to shut it all down.
Man, that's not good.
Oh yes, and yeah, rest in peace, Tracy Smothers.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tracy Smothers. You know, and that's unfortunately one that I was not very familiar with. Like, he was around in wrestling in WCW in the years that I really wasn't watching much, like mid 90s ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a break for most of the 90s. And then he did a lot of stuff in ECW.
Yeah,
and the Indies
I was pretty familiar. I was pretty familiar with him in ECW. He was there for a lot of the time I was going to shows. On the Indies, I only saw him maybe once or twice on that indie run because it didn't seem like, obviously he was focused much more down south and stuff.
Yeah.
When he went to
always came out with the rebel flag.
Yeah. But he occasionally came back. But yeah, definitely. And just once again, because I can't, I always have to shout him out. But I know Scott D'Amore really pushed because I know they were doing a GoFundMe for the funeral and stuff, like a memorial for Tracy Smothers.
Yeah.
And he really pushed it. And he's got a lot of people donating to it. So
good.
kudos to all the people. A lot of people I know, like Jericho donated a large amount and a bunch of guys jumped in. So kudos to all of them. Because obviously you see all the reaction. Tracy he was like beloved in the wrestling community.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all I saw on my timeline the last 24 to 48 hours after he passed was who ran into him, who sat underneath the learning tree of Tracy Smothers, you know, for a show or years or whatever it was. And like I said, I'm just not familiar with him, but you know what? So I did my little due diligence and I typed in Tracy Smothers on the old WWE network, and a lot of ECW and WCW events popped up. But then there's also what's nice is you can watch individual matches. You don't have to go into an event and be like, okay, where is it on this card?
Okay, that's good. That's good.
There's individual matches that pop up as well. So that was nice. And the one I watched this morning when I was making breakfast was Tracy Smothers. I thought this was very unique. Tracy Smothers down south somewhere, I'm guessing Hotlanta, versus RVD.
Whoa.
Very unique.
Yeah.
And so it was the ECW, and he came out. Tracy Smothers came out with Tommy Rich.
Oh, Wildfire. There you go.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, there's another classic name. So that's interesting. And he, I mean, Tracy Smothers got a little bit of love from the crowd, but man.
Oh, Tommy Rich. There's nobody more over in Georgia than Tommy Rich. Like Dusty, that's about it.
But if you listen to the crowd, as soon as RVD's music hits, oh
yeah, depending on the year of this match, like RVD was just even to this day. There's a reason why, if you look at like Impact, I don't know if they've updated it in the last week or two, but like the info for the TV show on Tuesday, he's the first name listed, featuring stars like Rob Van Dam, blah, 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 blah. There's a reason he was billed first. Yet they didn't. I know they didn't put him in the intro because probably for that reason. He was just a per deal. But anytime you can push RVD, he's still one of the biggest names in wrestling.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No matter what he's bringing, he's still a big name. When it's funny because, like you said, like the name that's under the description, the picture in the corner when you go into like the info, like the show info, when you bring it up on my DVR, is still the old what was the Destination America artwork of Bobby Roode had somebody in a rest hold. Yeah, Bobby Roode is like, man, he hasn't been with the company since.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna throw like Johnny Impact at me or something.
Oh no,
or a 6-sided ring Impact logo.
So no, it's funny. It's funny. A picture of Bobby Roode with the purple stuff around it was Destination America, I think. But anyway,
yeah, a lot of that stuff doesn't get updated, sadly. But
crazy.
Small problems in a big world, right?
Yeah, it's below our pay grade, obviously. But yeah, RVD versus Tracy Smothers, very interesting match. A lot of shenanigans. The crowd was hot, unbelievably hot. I mean, it really. You look at a match like that, and it really made me miss crowds because it was so unique. Because this was a smaller venue too, as a lot of the ECW ones were. For like the weekly episodic tapings when they were on TNN.
Mm-hmm.
They
probably got to when they would occasionally play like the Hammerstein. They were playing like venues where like Impact's was playing before the pandemic.
Yeah,
like you're talking at maybe 1,000, 1,500, probably not more than 2,000 seat type venues.
Yeah, ballrooms.
Yeah, ballroom type venues, yeah.
And which reminds me, I think they even played a ballroom down on the east side, the Eagles ballroom down on the east side of Milwaukee, but I have no clue what event it was. But I know what that ballroom looks like, so I'd be curious. I gotta look. But anyways, rest in peace, Tracy Smothers. When I have some time and I think of it, I'll look up some more content from back in the day, some old WCW content from back in the day. I know he did a lot of classic stuff back then.
Yeah, that is, and that is good to have like an avenue like that, because it's obviously like you would have to depend on like YouTube, searching stuff online, but having something where you can just get a lot of this content. I know up north kind of wheeled and dealed their way to almost getting all this content on the cheap. But at least you can get it there. I mean, I know a lot of it's edited down, but at least you can get it and see this stuff.
There you go. So thank you, Bill, for jumping in.
No problem.
Chat towards the end here. We got a two for tonight. We got a Basil and a front row Bill.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was like, well, maybe Tread will jump in by the end if I can just stretch this some time with Jay going here. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get plenty of Trent in the coming days.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll get that tomorrow, and we'll get it on Sunday too. I don't know if anything's going on Saturday. Saturday is what, Halloween?
Saturday is Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know if we got anything planned for that. We technically we should do something on Halloween, but I don't know if we're going to. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe it might be a Who Shot Bravo special.
Okay.
We'll go through all the suspects.
The unusual of usual suspects. Yeah.
Give everybody like 2 minutes. Like, let's talk about this person on the roster. Did they do it? Oh, they could have done it. I think we would realize they all have motive.
Oh, yeah. If anybody was in Wrestle House with him, they absolutely are. So,
or like people are going back to Gut Check because remember, like he reamed out Clayton Gaines and Gut Check. They're like Clayton Gaines came back to get him.
Yeah, or
what was it? It wasn't the guy that won. I don't think it was Jackson Stone who won. Was it the other guy that he talked about? Like, what was it? The big thing, like how he turned,
he spit on the ring.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. But there were all little
Ohio
things.
Valley
He was
Wrestling.
tough, man.
What the hell's his name?
Oh, was it Tony Gunn?
Gunn.
Oh, Tony Gunn. That could be the connection. Oh, we may have just solved the mystery in the last minute of Smash's podcast.
God.
He has the name.
Unbelievable. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to watch it develop. The debut of Tommy Gunn. Tony Gunn.
Tony Gunn. Yeah, Tommy Gunn he went against Rocky. The Machine Gun. Tommy the Machine Gun.
Oh, yeah.
Or just a Tommy Gun. We don't have our bites.
Oh, God. Yeah. And that one's actually one of them that KL brought over. So,
oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple in here. I don't use them because, it's all by the second on this show. I usually don't have other people in here to help me with that. So, but anyways, thank you everyone who showed up tonight. Had a nice little gathering here for the debut of AAW on this channel as far as reviews. And I'm going to be reviewing them. I am absolutely a fan. I'm excited about this. And it's good quality content too that they're bringing out, regardless of what's going on with crowds. The content is there. The wrestling is there. The backstage promos are really well done. I mean, they've got some great producers there. Good job, Trent.
Yes. And yeah, there's no doubt they're right near the top. Like, obviously, they are the indie of the Midwest. They are the top indie of the Midwest. And right now they're running, which is great. I know they're 2 in now. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, I can get out there one more time if I can find like a long weekend of shows to put together. But
there you go.
Definitely catch up, get the Fight TV, get those credits. If you're buying Impact or anything else, you get those credits for future shows. This is a perfect opportunity to spend some of those credits.
And TNI is, they gave away a code for this one. Now, I don't know what happened to that one, but nonetheless, I'm not going to get into it. But anyways, so yeah, TNI, because Trent works for AAW and he's our anchor host for TNI. He's in good with Fight TV. So, by all means, when these shows are coming up for AAW, make sure you pay attention to Trent's and the TNI Twitter. Get on that Twitter box. Pay attention to the socials. And and make sure you pay attention for those contests because they started today. So much love, everyone. And thank you again, Bill. And thank you, Basil, who was on here earlier. And we'll see you guys later on in the weekend. Have a tremendous weekend, everyone. Much love. I don't know if we are doing the throwback tomorrow night. So far, it's tentatively planned, but it's if we'll hope maybe the penciled in will turn into it's absolutely going to happen. So we'll see. But nonetheless, if not, then we'll see you guys later on this weekend. Take care. Much love. Good night.